at 5, we're in Florence, where Theresa May has delivered her keynote speech aimed at breaking the deadlock in Brexit talks. The Prime Minister called for a 2-year transitional period arrangement to allow for an orderly exit.
So during the implementation period, access to one another's markets should continue on current terms, and Britain should also continue to take part in existing security measures. And I know businesses in particular would welcome the certainty this would provide.
Watched by members of the Cabinet, she said Britain would pay its fair share to the EU during that period.
The UK will honour commitments we have made during the period of our membership.
As the Prime Minister left Florence, Labour said the plans were a product of Cabinet infighting.
This whole speech seemed to me the product of the internal negotiations of the Tory party rather than negotiations with the EU.
We'll have more from Florence in a moment, and I'll be getting reaction from business leaders here in the UK. The other main stories on BBC News at 5. The taxi app Uber is to lose its licence to operate in London. It could put thousands of drivers' jobs at risk. An 18-year-old man is charged with attempted murder after the bomb attack on a London Underground train last week.
You can't be serious! You cannot be serious! The ball is on the line!
And rivalry between two tennis greats is turned into a new blockbuster. We'll hear Mark Kermode's thoughts on Borg versus McEnroe and the rest of the week's cinema releases in the film review.
Good evening. It's so good to see you here. Yeah. We watched the news, so please tell me your name.
Людмила.
Okay. Ludmila. All right. Yeah, I understand. So, can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Where are you from, and just what you want to say?
I'm from Orenburg region, Russia.
Mm-hmm.
And I am a teacher of primary school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, interesting. Because I right now I work for a primary school as a teacher. Also, I teach English to the students who just want to have this. We call it extracurricular classes in English. So it's interesting for me. Do you like your job?
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm. Good, excellent. How about your English? Why do you want to learn English?
Because it was interesting for me when I was a pupil of secondary school,
Mm-hmm.
and I will studying it now.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I see some other people coming. Later, I think this is the young lady whose name is Diana. Okay, Diana, will you join us? Will you turn your microphone on and say hi to us?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just maybe later. Okay, good. So the next question is about the news, or what's new happened to you during this week, or maybe you watched the BBC News, World News. You can talk about the latest news from the world, whatever you want to. Just let's talk a little bit about the news. What's new?
I mean, I think the main news is earthquake in Mexico.
Oh, seriously? All right. Yeah, well, I haven't heard about that. Yeah, just can you tell me a little bit about this earthquake?
Unfortunately, I can't tell you a lot because
I understand. Yeah. Well, you know that I think that it's possible to have a look at, let's say, yeah, it's here. This is the Yahoo News. You see, it doesn't say anything about 3 days ago. Okay, just hold on. 4 hours ago. So these are the latest news, and I cannot see anything connected to Mexico earthquake. So yeah, it's here. Rescue workers race to find survivors at collapsed Mexico City school. Yeah, the deadly earthquake. Yeah. Mexico earthquake leaves children trapped. Watch the harrowing rescue efforts live. Okay, yeah, I see it. Alright, but anything else? I mean, something new from your life? What happened to you during this week?
nothing special as usual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. So if you ask me what happened during this week, I had several classes, and as I said, I had a class with elementary school teacher or primary school teacher, that primary school classes, excuse me. It's second grade, third grade, and fourth grade. Two students from the fourth grade. So they learn the book, which is the name of the book is Rainbow. Have you heard of this book?
Yes, I have. But in our school, the book is called Spotlight.
The what?
Spotlight.
Okay, Spotlight. Yeah, I know the book also. Well, I just looked through the books a little bit. I wouldn't say that I understood a lot about the principles, about the concept of the book, but maybe later I will get more familiar with the books. All right. So
You mean Spotlight?
no, Rainbow. I know the book Spotlight pretty well because I used to teach online, and also the high school students using this book. Yeah, hello Diana. How?
Hey, I'm late.
Yeah, that's okay. How are you doing?
I'm fine, maybe.
Okay, good.
I finished my classes this later.
What did you finish?
Classes.
Oh, okay. So, what's new?
Nothing.
Nothing.
As usual.
Okay. Not much. Same thing. Same here. Same. Yeah, I understand. So, I just I was thinking about this books for the young learners of English. Because Ludmila has the elementary students, but she is the primary school teacher. And I looked through these books, I mean for the elementary school. So I wouldn't say that I'm very happy about how they teach young students, how they teach young learners in our schools. So that is why I just try to teach some extracurricular classes. Diana, if you remember, you mentioned the previous class, you mentioned the son, which was the naughty boy.
Yes.
And I asked my students, I mean, not from the elementary school, but from high school, the students from grades 8, 9, and 10, they told me that they know the song, but they said that this song is relatively old. That means that they know this song from the maybe some 4 years ago. Is it so? I didn't know that. I thought it's a new song. And what they recommend me to listen to is I have forgotten. It's something like dragons, and the song is what kind of dragons?
Imagine Dragons.
Imagine Dragons. That's correct. And the song is called Believer. Have you heard?
Yes.
Do you like it? Do you like the song?
Yes.
Why do you like it?
Because it's modern. And I like the group.
Actually, I listened to the song, and of course, I try to get to know the lyrics. Even I read the lyrics of the song, and it's about the frontman of this band. He wrote about his pains. He suffered some kind of a illness for his joints. Do you know sometimes this illness, this sickness is called arthritis? Have you ever heard of that?
No.
It's the same word in Russian. Okay. They made the new and again it doesn't work. I still don't understand. Nothing works here. I have no idea why. The previous class, it also didn't work. And
Yes.
I have no idea why it happened to me. Previously, it didn't happen. It never happened before. So right now, yeah.
The system was changed.
What's that?
The design of the system was changed.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say, but still, it doesn't work for me. I have no idea why. All right, and it even the chat window doesn't work. It's kind of a live poll results, and I cannot close it. Waiting for responses. I don't know. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes. I can't see you.
Yeah, but I don't know. I cannot close this stuff. I'm sorry. It just happened. I have no idea why is that. So I want to type this word arthritis, but I do not have a chance. Maybe I will do it like that. Yeah, I will make a new document. Can you see it now? My new document. Okay, I will just type it for you. So arthritis. In Russian, it's first of all, in English, arthritis is the sickness of the joints. What is that? Can you see it?
Да мне вообще показалось.
What is that?
Ну, я так понимаю, что я должна видеть это. Или как?
Can you see? I typed. Well, Diana, the sound is breaking from you. Can you say it again? Hello? Can you hear me? No.
Yes, I hear, but I can't see what is happening on the screen.
Yeah, I will reload the page, and if you don't mind, will you please join me over again? Hello?
Hello?
So how about now?
I can hear you, but can't see you.
Yeah, I will just hold on. I will do it. Just wait a second. Because yeah, I have to do it like that, and then waiting for approval. Oh my goodness. And you know, this is not my fault. It's just like so you see, waiting for approval. I did it, and they okay, I have to do it over again. Hello? Yeah, this is not my fault. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah. So then.
It's ready.
Yeah, you'll just have to wait a little bit for starting to sharing the screen. Yeah. Okay, maybe it will be possible for me to write on the board now. Yeah, but it's so slow. Okay. See, I have no idea why is that. Yeah. That's terrible. I do nothing, but it's still moving.
It's like technophobia.
Well, it's not me. Believe me, it's not me moving the mouse. Somebody is just intruding and moving the mouse, and Ludmila disappeared. I don't know why. Okay. Alright, if I just try and do the chat in the chat window, okay. So I have no idea why is that. It's just terrible.
Can you write Microsoft Word?
Well, I will try, but I was just wondering why is that. Okay, can you see the document in Word?
Of course,
And can you read what I wrote?
thickness of the joints, but I don't know what is the joint.
Okay, I will. Yeah, I will write it in Russian for you.
Joint is connection.
Okay, I will write the translation for you because it's not that easy to explain. Okay.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah, so this frontman of this band, I don't remember his name, he suffered this sickness, and when he was thinking about this pain, he decided to write this song, which is that he believes that he will overcome the pain. Okay, so that's about my news. That's what I can tell you about my news. Okay, good. Now, yeah.
Happy to the questions.
Yes, please.
What about supporting the illness or something else?
Supporting what? Supporting what?
Illness.
I don't understand. What is that? Supporting illness?
That one man in his band, something is подхватил maybe.
Well, when you, it's just like same thing in Russian. We say catch, caught, I caught it, I got, and contagious. This is the meaning of what you want to say. No, it's not possible to do it like that. It's a different disease. It's a different sickness. All right. So any other questions?
No.
All right. If you do not have any other questions, yeah, then I think that we can complete a couple of exercises which I prepared for today. These are the exercises are not difficult at all. It's just for you to remind you grammar, vocabulary, and so on. So, and these are pretty easy. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, but very little.
Little? Or why is that?
Oh, I can. Yes, I see. Excellent.
So please read the task.
Read the job advertisement and the note. Fill in the information in the journal's notes. For questions 41, 45, write the information on the answer sheet.
And keep on reading and try to complete the exercise. Just read aloud.
Students wanted for weekend work up to 24 pounds per day. First cafe, and telephone.
So we pronounce it cafe. Cafe. It's just you know, in Russian language we pronounce with the French accent, like cafe, because it's French, from French language. But English people, they pronounce it like English people, they usually have the accent on the first syllable. Like in Russian we say Newton, and in English we say Newton, right? Isaac Newton, Isaac Newton. I don't know why we say in Russian Newton. We don't say Newton. But in English we say Isaac Newton because we have to put the accent on the first syllable. So here is the same thing. In Russian we say cafe, and in English we say same word, only the accent should be on the first syllable, like cafe. Okay? So yeah, and then read John's notes.
John, I've seen a job for you. The police cafe needs a waiter. It's 6 hours work on Saturday evening, starting at 7 p.m. We pay 24 pounds an hour. We need a cleaner too, from euros to on but it's only 3.5 pounds per hour, and work like the rack. Phone manager on Monday at the cafe, or phone me on 35410 for more information.
All right, and then you have to answer the notes which Joanne took. So please.
What do I need to do? Fill the information.
It says in your task, fill in the information in Joanne's notes, and you read it already. Yeah.
Job waitress. And cleaner work. The day you call waitress is Saturday, but for cleaner it is Sunday.
Yeah.
Number of hours, 6 hours for waitress, and for cleaner is 3 hours.
Yeah, right.
Manager's phone.
Phone number. It's manager's phone number. This is a short. Yeah, this is a short way to write number. When you yes, yeah. When you write it like that, NO, and then it should be the meaning will be number. Okay. Go ahead. Excuse me. And then money per hour.
For waitress is 4 pounds an hour, and for cleaner is 3.5 pounds.
Yeah. So I have a question, Diana, to you. As you can understand from this advertisement, well, regular students in the West, they will take the job. But not many students from Russia, I mean, when they live here in Russia, will take the job. Like a cleaner, maybe a waitress is more or less okay, and nowadays they do the job of a waitress, but not the job of a cleaner. But in the United States of America, it's not that bad. Students will take it, will take this job. And even, people from, students from Russia, when they go to the United States of America or to the Western Europe, they will do the job of a cleaner fine. But when they come back to Russia, they don't want to do this job here in Russia. Why is that? What do you think?
I think it depends on pay. About price. Price.
I agree. You can say pay, you can say price. That doesn't matter. But well, if you think of this money which is mentioned here, and if you compare it to the standard of life, of living, it's a small sum of money, like 4 pounds an hour. You know that if you think of the United States of America, the minimum payment now is $15. I mean, for American people, $15 per hour.
I think it also depends on country. And, in Russia, there are not so much options of work for teenagers. Because only also on cleaner and waitress you need 18 years old.
Okay.
I think so, because when I was younger, was at school and wanted to find a job, I also I only found leaflets.
Hand out the leaflets. Hand out the leaflets. Okay. I will write it for you. So when you want to say it's hand out, the leaflets. Or, you know, sometimes they're called flyers, but you know, I think that you know this word, right? Flyers, leaflets or flyers. Yeah, that's, I understand, but, excuse me, so...
I think you said you have a lot of chance to earn a living, and for students it's very good, because the students become more independent from their parents.
I agree. Well, to some degree. Okay, I have another question. You know, I talked to my students, the previous class, I mean to the students, excuse me, students of the secondary school. It's the age, let's say, around 14 to 16 years. It's 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th grade. And so we talked about the Americans, we talked about the United States of America, and suddenly one of the girls asked me, do Americans love Russians?
Maybe not.
And I said, well, why not? And like you do, she said, probably they hate Russians. What do you think? Why? If you ask me, I work with the American people. I cannot say that I hate them. They taught me a lot, and they've been teaching me so far now. That's the that is why I have this possibility to teach something to you. So why would people think that Americans hate Russians, and well, maybe some people in Russia hate Americans? What do you think?
Maybe it's a stereotype.
And
all we people, and we can get on well with each other.
yeah.
It doesn't matter what nationality and what country you are living.
Okay. All right. And you know, sometimes yeah, they I answer that they, to some degree, the American people are just different. And like you said, stereotypes, that's very correct, very true, I agree. But you know, students, when they talk to Americans, I mean, I gave them this opportunity to talk with an American teacher, my friend, and they asked him, what do you in America have that we don't have in Russia? So how would you answer this question? What do we in Russia have that Americans do not have, and vice versa? What do American people have which we don't have?
if I was in America, maybe I can answer this question. I think
yeah.
More independence, more freedom.
Okay.
Because developments, technical developments and industries are better. That's why people more modern.
People what?
They modern.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, might be. All right. And you know, I asked this question. I asked Victor to answer this question, and you know, he was very smart to answer. He said that we have more people than you have. It's just like maybe you know that the population of the United States of America is around 300 and more million people, and the population of Russia is 147 million people, something like that. So you see, it's kind of a very tricky answer. It's just like that's a fact. That's a scientific fact. Which gives you no emotions. You cannot hate people for this answer, or you cannot love people for this answer. It's just truth, and I like this answer also. Yeah. Okay. But that was kind of a I tried to have a big question for the class, and this was kind of a big question. Okay, we'll move further on. So. You see, this is another task, and I would like you to try and to give an answer to this task. Please read the task aloud and try and answer. You will not write, you will just talk it, you will tell it orally. So please do.
You have seen this notice in your school.
Uh-huh.
All students, we are going to do a concert. What will you do now? What can you do to concert? When are you free to come about the concert?
Uh-huh.
The same advertisement was in our university.
The same advertisement, which what?
Was in my university.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Because in the start of school, the start of the year, the great group of students, they are searching for new talented people to take part in their concert.
Yeah, a talent show, right?
Yes.
For a talent show. Okay, so you want to help with the concert, write a note to Nick and answer the questions. Write 25-35 words. Okay, so you will not write, but please answer the questions and answer Nick's note.
Nick, I think it's a good idea to get all people together, and that's why I invite you to upload popular music, because the young generation and they were more popular. I can help you with organizing the concerts. I can find participation, and we can decoration. We can. And we'll be able to decorate the stage. And of course, I am free to come and help you.
Yeah.
I think after classes.
Okay. So, they have a kind of a model answers, and I will just try and show it to you. Just let's see, where are those? This one, yeah. This is key, and this will be the question for writing, I think. Extra material exam. Yeah, just hold on. Yeah, so you see, these are the sample answers, and I want you to read and to analyze what is different in your answer, and how you are graded. Graded, the meaning is they put the grade like 5. So yeah, hi Nick, I'd like to help with the concert. I like jazz, and if you need a hand, I can, and this is a mistake of course, I can play the piano. I have time this afternoon. Can I meet you at 1:30 at school hall? And the mark or the grade is 5 points. All 3 parts clearly communicated. Then 4, dear Nick, I like pop music and rock music. I can try singer for the concert, and I can see you to organize the concert on Wednesday because I have not homework. You see lots of mistakes because those are the real answers of the students. 3 parts clearly communicated with some errors, and that is why the grade is 4. And then 3, I like, dear Nick, I like rock music because I have many CDs, and so on. All 3 parts attempted through offer of help require some interpretation. And then you know why I'm trying to give you the examples of the answer, because you know what you are supposed to do here are like the explanation how this task should be completed. So this is the answer, and before that you have to answer the following question. Who is the notice from? Yeah. No. It's the notice from Nick. Just have a look. That's a notice from Nick.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, and of course, these are the model answers. So, who is the notice to?
To all people.
Yeah, right. What is the notice about?
About concert.
Mm-hmm.
And need help.
Yeah. So, how many questions are there in the notice?
3.
3 questions. Yeah, that's correct. So, remember, you have to answer all the questions. And then Pedro note. Hi Nick, I'd like to help with the concert. I like jazz, and if you need a hand, I can play the piano. I have a time this afternoon. Can I meet you at 1:30 at school hall? Bye, Pedro. So, does Pedro write his note to the right person?
Yes.
Does Pedro? Yeah.
We need the one.
Okay, we'll talk about that. Does Pedro answer all the questions?
I think so.
What does Pedro write to show his note is finished?
Bye.
Can you see any grammar mistakes in Pedro's note?
There is not one after 5. And what to help it. I have time. If you need a hand.
Yeah. All right. So you can get 5 marks for this, or 5 points for this part of the test. How many marks do you think Pedro got for this note?
Maybe 4 grammar mistakes.
Okay. and now you will see the answer. So the first answer is okay, I will just make it for you to see both ways. And this will be like that. So now you see that who is the notice from? Nick, class 5. Who is the notice to? All the students. What is this about? A school concert. 3 questions, like you said. Then does Pedro write his note to? Yes, he writes to me. Does he answers all? Yes, he answers. Oh, I like jazz. I can play the piano this afternoon at 1:30. Okay. What does by Pedro, like you said? And then can you see any grammar mistakes? And do you see there are 2 grammar mistakes: an extra a before time and a missing the before the school hall. So then Pedro got full 5 marks for this note. The message is clear and he answers all the questions well.
The maximum is 5?
Yeah. That's the maximum score which he can get, 5 points or 5 marks.
Despite the fact that he was grammar mistake?
Yeah, but you see, the idea is that the message is clear, and it says here that excuse me. So Pedro got full 5 marks for this note. The message is clear and he answers all the questions well. So you see, if you, for example, take another note, it's just, hello students, what music I like is disco. So here there are mistakes like it should be to Nick, not to students. Then this person answers only one question and he doesn't answer other questions. Okay, and so it says that this person will get only 1 mark because only 1 question was answered. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So it just gives you the idea of the grading. Grading, the meaning is how can you receive marks or grades in the West? When your message is clear, then you will not be penalized with the grades, with the marks. You will receive the best grade, the best score. Okay, I just wanted to show it to you. Okay, and we'll skip the listening part. One day we'll do the listening part also, and we will go as always to yeah, we can skip today the speaking part, and now this one. I think that you remember that we did this type of the task once, and probably it will be much easier for you to do it now. Okay? So,
Okay.
Which notice A to H says this 1 to 5? And then example. Just read the example aloud and complete the exercise.
You can different kinds of food on this course.
You can get something to eat here, and what is the answer?
It's the
Try our homemade hot and cold snacks. Alright, and how about other answers?
You can learn how different kinds of food on this course. Even for with cooking and housework.
Well, the sound is breaking.
Also, it's Chinese. Yes, same.
Yeah, Chinese and Thai cooking lessons start here on Saturday. Okay, number 2.
You have to choose one another if you want to go to camera. passengers for at 3.
Well, Diana, something is wrong with the sound of your voice. Maybe this is the connection, or maybe you are not that close to the microphone. Can you move closer to the microphone?
Can you hear me?
Yes, fine. How about me? Can you hear me fine?
Of course.
All right, go ahead. Number 3.
Following this person, a job working with person.
Uh-huh.
Mechanic needed.
Uh-huh.
Call garage manager. Before is, if you want someone to wash some clothes for you, it will be here this week.
Uh-huh.
It clean shirts in 24 hours, have press and paper.
Yeah. All right, Diana. So you can see that this task is easy for you, and we can move a little bit further, and we can move to the next level with the same exercise. Only the level will be higher. Okay. Just let me see which book to take. Yeah, hold on. I'm just thinking which book can I use right now with you. Just hold on. Goodness. Yeah. My computer froze for a moment. I don't know why. It never happened before.
Because the file, maybe.
Because what?
There are a lot of files.
Well, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe not. Yeah. So I had lots of, I don't know, I will do it in another way. I had lots of books on pet, and right now I can't see them. Why is that? Wow. I have no idea why is that. Okay, maybe I can do it. I just wanted to switch to another level, and usually I have lots of books for pet. Yeah, it's here. Yeah.
I have a question
Yes,
about
please.
Cambridge exam.
Yeah.
If I will pass it, if I pass it, I will take a certificate. And how long this certificate will valid?
Diana, again, you know, the sound is awful. I cannot understand anything what you're saying. So I can record you, and you will see that it's not possible to understand what you're talking about. Say it again, please.
If I pass the Cambridge exam,
Uh-huh.
I will take a certificate.
Uh-huh.
And how long will this certificate valid?
It's for life. But that's the difference between Cambridge exams and TOEFL and IELTS test. For TOEFL and IELTS test, you have only 2 years valid, and for Cambridge exams like CAT, which is Key English Test, PAT, Preliminary English Test, FCE, and CAE, and so on. For all of these tests, you have the certificate is valid for life.
It's good. And the level, it depends on my age?
No, it's absolutely, it's up to you to decide. You can take FCE, you can take PAT, you can take CAT, you can take CAE, whichever you want. And then, what is the reason? Why do you want to take this test? If you want to work, I think that FCE is enough. And if you want to, yeah, I think that for immigration. For immigration, it's necessary to take IELTS. So it's not possible to take Cambridge exams. So you have to read. I don't know what is the reason. Why do you need the exam?
If there is in Crimea, this certificate will be useful.
I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea at all. It's just like, as I said, for example, you want to go to Great Britain and you want to work as a nurse, for example. So then you will definitely need this kind of an exam, like at the very least the FCE, to show your ability that it is possible for you to work in the English language environment.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand. Thank you.
That's not a big deal. So, as I said, this level is higher, but the task is the same. So, read the questions and we can start doing this test.
Question. Look at the question. What does it say?
Mark the
Mark the letter A, B, or C on your answer sheet.
And read an example.
Use these doors only in an emergency.
And the
doors used if necessary.
Yeah. So that's the answer. Okay. Yeah. Will you please read the number 1?
After opening a refrigerator and within 2 days. The product can last for 2 days after the opening.
And why it's not this product must be put in a refrigerator immediately?
Immediately, yes, it's true.
No,
because
I'm just asking. This is not a correct answer. I'm just trying to mislead you.
The product, yes.
I'm trying to mislead you. You know the word mislead?
Yes.
Oh, what's that?
No, I don't know.
Mislead. The meaning of this word. What is that?
Yes.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Thank you.
Why not? I was just trying to mislead you. So what is the correct answer again?
B?
Yeah, that's the correct answer. Go ahead.
The summer swimming timetable has changed. Please ask at reception to stay.
A,
maybe.
Now you can get information about new times from the receptionist. Alright, go ahead.
I don't see very well, but the wholesale dining room is available for private budgets on Sundays. How? It's possible to find the
Yeah, that's correct. Go ahead.
Did you find the travel agent? Did you get an airline name? This is the worst holiday I've ever had. What does Emma want to do? Find out about flight times.
Yeah. Go
because
ahead.
she wants to leave this country.
Right.
Notice, Monday next Friday, hundreds of our most popular projects will be reduced for 1 day only. everything is discussed the cheaper Friday.
Are you sure?
Evening.
Are you sure?
I
Is it your...
was choosing between A and B,
Uh-huh.
but in the advertisement, harder to follow most popular products.
Yeah, so the answer is...
B.
Okay, yeah, good. So, the time is up, and I think that, next time we have to move even one level up. I think that it will be possible to make a challenge to you, alright?
Okay.
Alright, so any comments, any observations, any opinions, any questions?
No, thank you.
That's alright. Okay. So,
I like
what's that?
our lesson.
Yes.
I was right today
Okay.
to be in time.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, and hopefully I will see you next Friday.
I hope so.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
You are currently the only person in this conference.